Hey there, everybody. It is Megan Davis Aderele, and tonight we're back with another edition of Spiritual Business School. And tonight we are specifically talking about manifesting your visions into reality. Now, y'all do not think that y'all could go and take that phrase and run with it. It is a registered trademark of the Attitude Agency. Um, Shout out to our attorney who did that trademark filing for us. But we own that. So, again, like I said, we're just really going to talk about tonight manifesting visions into reality and really looking at the law of attraction, which in essence, what people really want to gain is a level of magnetism where they're able to effortlessly attract people, places, things, money, tangible and intangible things to them. And I think that is so important for us to really talk about this kind of thing because I truly believe that most people, and especially a lot of people that are considered to be like gurus and all of these people, that they're actually truly teaching quote unquote manifestation incorrectly. For me, and just when you look at what spiritual law is and universal law, it's not specifically about doing certain methods or rituals. It's about truly being in vibrational alignment with that which you seek. And then in turn, you become magnetic to those things that you desire. And so I want to talk about something that is truly transformative, right? Which is that idea of truly being able to manifest whatever vision it is that you have into reality. You know, that kind of reality that is going to help you leave your legacy, that kind of um, reality that are going to help to make your ancestors proud, right? It's not some luck, it's not some magic formula. It's really about you. Yes, you aligning your spirit with the practical steps in order for you to become it, to make it happen. And many people equate manifestation again with these quick fixes or these magical formulas, and they believe that following specific steps or rituals that they can magically, attract their desires. And while these tools can be helpful, that's not the core of what true manifestation is. And true manifestation, again, is about alignment, right? It's about bringing your internal world into harmony with that or those things that you desire, and that you can experience these things externally. And what do I mean by this? This means that you are actually doing less and actually being more, right? And focusing on the being and not necessarily the doing, right? Because it is when we are in that state of alignment with our desires and the actions that we can naturally begin to support our goals, especially if you are a spiritual being who is on an entrepreneurial path, right? You also have to understand the power of vibration, right? This is everything in the universe vibrates at a specific frequency. And by you learning how to raise your vibration to match the frequency of your desires, you can then attract them or manifest them into your reality. The other thing that you have to really bring into alignment is to let go of attachment, right? A lot of times, this is the law of detachment. And this is not meaning that you shouldn't care about your goals. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't care about your numbers or your business bottom line, but it means that you should not be overly attached to the outcome, right? This is about you trusting that the universe will deliver what is best for you, okay? This is about you realizing that God, the universe, the most high, whatever it is that you believe in, letting go of that attachment, right? It's not just about praying, it's not just about planning, but it's actually becoming that what you seek in order for you to basically go and to manifest your visions into reality. Okay. And so when people start this journey, oftentimes they begin to do various, what do I call it? Vision exercises, let's just say, for personal development, right? And some of these exercises that people tend to pick up typically are designed to enhance your ability to really visualize, right, within your mind's eye, your goals, help you to overcome your obstacles, and to create that path that is going to help you to get forward. And so some activities that people really truly begin to gravitate towards are doing things such as brain dumps or mind mapping, right? Visually connecting ideas and writing them down and just thinking about those things and how things correlate, right? People begin to have note cards and all these different things all over the place. Oh, child, that must mean money's coming because my cards, I picked those up with the notes, right? A lot of times people, they'll also do things such as start creating vision boards and dream boards, which are simply visual representations of your desired outcomes. Sometimes people then will venture into doing things such as visualizing techniques, right? To imagine yourself achieving your goals and seeing things to that next level. Even some people, they tend to do SMART goals, right? Is defining things that are specific and measurable and achievable and relevant and time bound. And like I like to say, also you have smarter goals, is what you when you add the extra E, the R, and an additional A, which is evaluating them, revising them, and then having that level of accountability, right? People do these things when they're looking to take their businesses and their brands to the next level. Sometimes people then, if you've ever done a lot of stuff with business, it's about forecasting, and they'll start beginning to do gap analysis, right? Of you identifying what's going on, where you are, and developing those strategies to help you overcome them to get to those goals. And all of these techniques, right, for manifesting are excellent, right? But this is not the core, the being of what manifestation is. There's other techniques that people have taught, such as like the 369 method, where you write things down 369 times day or morning, during the day and at night, and you have these different things. And what I'm saying is that it's not that these things are bad and that they're wrong, but they're just not the most effective way to for you to really manifest that vision into reality based upon the law of attraction, which most people think is the biggest and the only law that there is. And so when I look at these things, right, in essence, when you look at these vision exercises, they are just simply tools to help you to clarify your focus, to help you to boost your motivation, and to also enhance your problem solving skills. A lot of times, people, especially if you are a business owner, you have your ideal client, they have a question, and it's about positioning yourself as the answer to this pressing question. And so when we look at these things, a lot of times we identify our next level with a specific person or doing certain activities to get to these certain people. And so you're probably like other people where you've been sold this idea that manifestation is about you doing a whole bunch of more stuff, of vision boards, of affirmations and rituals. But we have to be real. It's about doing things that are deeper than that, right? And this is where the becoming comes into place. Because you have to realize that as we are becoming, that we exist in three realms or three planes, right? We have things that are operating on the physical, the mental, as well as the spiritual. So the physical realm right now is basically your reality, right? It's the 3D. This 3D reality is confined by space and by time. The next plane is the mental plane. And this is your mind. And oftentimes, this is the cause, right, of where things lie. Whereas in the physical plane, this is the effect. This is your manifestation in real time. And then you also look at the spiritual, which is you stepping beyond what is considered to be your ego, right? And so when you're looking at manifesting your vision into reality, you have to also take in account that you're not just a physical being, but you're a spiritual being. It's, you also have to realize that you're operating from a mental plane because you also have that mind. And most people are stuck in the physical, chasing their tails round and round and round. But the real power lies within your mental and your spiritual planes. And if you think about planting a seed, right? The physical manifestation is the harvest, but the seed is the idea where it all starts. And so if you look at planting a seed for whatever type of tree that it is, you cannot plant an apple seed and expect for an oak tree to come out, because you see, the universe, it responds to energy and not action. Truthfully, it responds to energy and not action. So it is truly about you being in alignment with that you desire, again, because it's not the action of you doing. If that was the case, then your all of your affirmations and your mantras and you chasing your clients that you want, those actions would have been fruitful as of right now. And so when you think about these things, again, the universe responds to energy, to frequency, to emotion, right? Which is essentially energy in motion. And so when you look and think about it, it's about being in alignment with that which you desire and not forcing these things to happen. It's about allowing them to unfold naturally. And we as people, we're so conditioned to sit and to think that we need to hustle and grind to achieve our goals. But what if I told you that true success comes from a place of inner peace and alignment? And that is where the magic begins to happen. Many people are so conditioned to think that it's the physical world that happens and that's the only thing that matters, is the doing, right? The effect of whatever their current reality is. But again, like I said, when we look at things from this 3D perspective, we have to take in account all the behind the scenes of what's going on, all the mental of those stories and those things that you carried along with you knowingly and unknowingly. Your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind, your superconscious mind, right? You have to take all of these things into account. And so you have to look at these things, and you have to also think about that we're constantly chasing the next big thing, right? Whether it's the next big client or the next big contract or the next big promotion, the next material possession, right? Whether it's the new house or the new car or whatever it is, or even if it's seeking a spouse or a companion. But when you have to look at things, you have to look at things from true fulfillment, and lasting happiness oftentimes eludes many people. And that is because you are oftentimes overlooking the power of those forces that are unseen, which again happen within that mental and spiritual realms. So when you think about this and you think about manifesting your visions into reality, you have to imagine your mind as a garden, right? Your thoughts that you have, your feelings, your emotions, those are the seeds that you begin to plant. And you have to nurture them with things such as positive affirmations and visualizations and beliefs, and watch how your desired reality begins to bloom. And so when we look at these things, like I said, it's about energy, right? It's about that frequency. Energy is simply, right, or emotion is simply energy in motion. And so you have to realize that emotion is essentially the language of your mental space, of that subconscious mind. And when you look at these emotions or you look at this energy and motion, it serves as a powerful conduit to our subconscious mind, because it's that raw data that our subconscious mind possesses and processes to help us to create our experiences in order for us to be able to manifest our visions into reality. And so when you understand emotions, emotions comprise of things such as like our emotional intelligence, which is the ability to understand and to use and to manage our own emotions in positive ways, right? To help us relieve stress, to help us to be able to communicate effectively, to have the ability to actually empathize with other people, and to also overcome whatever challenges that we have, right? That's what emotional intelligence truly is. We also have our emotional blueprint. And again, emotion, energy, and motion. These are our life experiences. These are things that have been passed on within our DNA that we may realize are there and that we might not even realize that are there, that helps us to shape our emotional responses, right? And or triggers, to help us to create that blueprint for how we react to certain type of situations. Also, when you look at understanding your emotions, you also have to look at your programming, specifically when it comes down to a lot of your subconscious programming. And this is about you repeating emotional patterns, um, and those things that oftentimes are ingrained in your subconscious, affecting your behavior and your decision and how you do things and how you've always done things and how your family always has done things, right? So you have to realize the emotional intelligence that you carry, a part of your emotional blueprint, which can also be found within your human design chart, right? As well as that subconscious programming. And then you can also understand emotions from various techniques, such as EFT or emotional freedom techniques. And this technique is designed to help you to release emotional blocks and reprogram your subconscious mind. And so, again, when you think about emotions, it's about you thinking about energy and motion, because it is our emotions that is the fuel that really drives you on your entrepreneur endeavors. And so you have to check your emotions. You have to check that energy that you put in motion, because that is essentially how you're going to be able to manifest your visions into reality. And when you look at your emotions, they can either help to propel you forward, or they can really simply hold you back. And as a spiritual being, a spirit soul being, right, having a human experience as an entrepreneur who's on your purpose, you have to understand how to harness, and really just really truly understand your emotions and your emotional state, because it's critical for your level of success. And if you can't control your emotions, then a lot of times you can't control those blessings that are coming to you. You can't control your money. You can't control so many different things. And so, as this spiritual seeker that's on this entrepreneurial path, you have to begin to leverage your emotions for manifestation, right? This is emotional alignment and ensuring that your emotions align with whatever business goals that you have, right? If it's you building that legacy business and that legacy brand and leaving a name, it's about having and making sure that you are emotionally aligned to that goal for which whatever it is that you seek. One of the other things that I know that I've talked about just now is really looking at your level of emotional intelligence, right? I can't stress this enough, because this is you really truly understanding and managing your emotional responses, because this is going to be so key to as you get to your next level. Because as you elevate up, oftentimes it's about you stepping into that next level of leader, right? And so when you look at these things, such as all the positive affirmations and mantras and, doing mindfulness and meditation techniques, you use these things to begin to shift, right, your emotional states. It's about you connecting to that inner wisdom. It's about you focusing in on that which you have through gratitude practices, so that you can have that ability to be able to attract more. Because again, when you look at emotions, it's essentially energy and motion, and it's tapping into the frequency and into the vibration of for those things that you seek. But a lot of times people have to first overcome emotional challenges that they have, right? It's about fear of failure, right? And think about those things of forgiving yourself for all of those businesses that you started in the past, those business deals and contracts going bad and things that have gone sideways, and you bringing that fear into whatever it is that you are manifesting in this lifetime, and what you're manifesting, not just in this lifetime, but right here in this moment. And so it's about you reframing failure and looking at things as that learning opportunity. And I can't emphasize enough is that gratitude, right? Is about you practicing gratitude and again focusing on the abundance of what you have, the abundance of exactly who it is that you are right here and right now in this moment, so that you can focus in on that and practice that level of gratitude so that you're able to attract more. um, it's so important. I've been speaking with so many people who, who have these fears, who are experiencing burnt out in this season, who are experiencing self-doubt, right? And when you look at these things, when you look at self-doubt as an emotional challenge, a lot of times it's not being able to set boundaries. It's not recognizing the signs and implementing self-care strategies versus like self-soothing, right? Because a lot of times people want to call self-soothing and they want to label it as self-care, but it's not, because self-care is preventative. And so you have to look at these things of where are you experiencing burnt out? Where are you experiencing, having that level of self-doubt? And a lot of times it comes back to those fears of what has happened in the past and not focusing in on those things that are right here, right now, within this moment. And I want to take us back to the analogy of the seed for a second, right? Because just as you look at a seed that is holding the potential for, an oak tree, you have to hold the idea that this is the blueprint for your future. And so you don't sit, and when you plant something, you can't force it to grow, right? It's about you creating the optimal conditions for it to be able to flourish, right? And so you have to think about your manifestations and you manifesting your visions into reality is because you also cannot force your manifestations, right? You have to cultivate the environment. Specifically, you have to cultivate the internal environment for it to unfold. My grandmother, they always said, may your soul unfold like a rose, right? And so when you think about these things and you think about manifesting, it's not about you forcing things to come to light. It's about you cultivating the environment, which first starts from within, so that you can manifest these things on the physical level. And when we think about these levels or these planes or these realms, right? The spiritual realm or the spiritual plane is typically your source for inspiration and for guidance. And it's connecting you to something that is essentially greater than you, right? When you think about the mental plane is the blueprint, right? It's where your imagination and your ideas are born, right? And then when you think about your physical plane, this is where things begin to form. These are the tangible results of whatever it is that you begin to create. And so when you look at these things, and by you understanding and harnessing and cultivating the power of these three planes, you then can begin to align your actions with your desires and create that life of abundance and fulfillment and prosperity so that you can manifest all of your visions into reality. And so you have to break free from the limitations of this 3D or this physical plane, right? So that you can really begin to step into your power and create the reality that not only seeds your expectations, but also honors the legacy of those who came before us and those who we are meant to build. So right now, I'm sure you're probably wondering, like, okay, Megan, so but what's up with the law of attraction, right? Because everybody always equates the law of attraction when it comes down to manifesting. And I would say that the law of attraction is so often it's misunderstood because they people always want to look at this as a standalone principle, but it's not. And while the law of attraction is a powerful tool, it's actually the piece of a larger, more intricate puzzle, right? And to effectively harness the power of the law of attraction, which simply is magnetism at its fullest and finest degree, you have to first understand and kind of grasp the other foundational or more so fundamental universal laws. And so before you hit the law of attraction, you have to look at four other laws before you get to the law of attraction that also have to be in alignment. The first law that I want to talk about is the law of cause and effect. And when you look at the law of cause and effect, this law really emphasizes the principles of karma, right? Or sowing and reaping, because it is first your thoughts and your actions that are going to help you to create your reality, or to, how I like to say again, manifest your visions into reality, right? It's this first initial law, the law of cause and effect. The law of polarity, it also teaches us and it highlights duality, right? The duality of existence. And in order for us to be able to manifest something, you have to understand that there are going to be both positive and negative aspects of that which you are looking to manifest, right? And so that's an additional law that you also have to keep in mind when it comes down to understanding the law of attraction to really manifest your visions into reality. The third precursor law, right, or a fundamental law when it comes down to really understanding the law of attraction, you also have to understand the law of correspondence. And simply put, the law of correspondence states that one's inner world, right, is pretty much reflects the outer world, right? So if you want to change your external reality, you have to first change your inner beliefs and your inner attitudes and that inner dialogue. And so it's about how you're corresponding with yourself, with your heart, with your head, right? In order for that to manifest on that outside plane. And the biggest law that I would say that you must truly master in order for you to begin to manifest all of your visions into reality is you have to truly understand the law of vibration, right? This, by hands down, is the foundational law of attraction, right? This is the foundational law that you must understand, that you must master in order for you to get to truly looking at things from that law of attraction standpoint so that you're able to manifest. Is you have to understand this law. And what the law of vibration simply is that you have to realize that everything vibrates at a specific frequency, right? This is the vibe. This is your thoughts. This is your emotions, your energy, emotion. And this really allows you to be able to attract what you desire. You have to raise your vibrational frequency to match whatever it is that you seek. And that's what I really do with a lot of my one-on-one clients is we look at where do you need to raise your vibrational frequency so that you're able to manifest and become that leader that you want to and that you need to become within your business. So hit me up if you're interested in learning more about that process. But this is the basis of what I teach my clients in order for them to see supernatural results. Is for them to understand a lot of those precursor laws that you must master so that you can become a master manifester and begin to attract different types of things. Because you have to master, again, what I like to call these precursors, right? To this universal law. Because before you dive deep into any other type of manifestation techniques that you might learn, it's crucial to master these foundational laws, because these foundational laws is what's going to help for you to provide the framework for you understanding how that law of attraction truly operates. And so when you look at things from a self-awareness standpoint, or if you want to look at the positive mindset shifts, or taking aligned action, it's about you understanding that foundational framework of those other laws in order for you to actually be able to manifest your vision into reality with the law of attraction. Because the law of vibration, this is going to be your signature, right? This is the frequency, this is your vibe, because again, everything within the universe is energy. And as energy vibrates at these different frequencies, even a casket in a grave has a certain vibrational frequency, right? This includes you, this includes your thoughts, this includes your emotions, this includes the things that you desire. But because it is through this law of vibration, is this founding principle that the like attracts likes based upon whatever things are vibing on those vibrational frequencies. And so you have to imagine overall the universe as a giant radio, right? And you have to look at yourself as being that dial. And by you adjusting your internal thoughts and your emotions and you changing your frequency, and consequently the kind of experiences and people that you begin to attract, you is the core center of you. And this is why with my clients, we always start with the inner work before we get into sales funnels and strategies and attracting more people and Facebook ads or whatever else. It's about first doing that inner work and silencing some of that inner dialogue that's no longer serving us, in order for you to be able to handle anything that is coming to you when it's time for you to get to your next level. So tonight, some of the key things that I want you to remember is, I want you to remember that your thoughts are things, right? We've all heard this before. Your thoughts are things, and your thoughts begin to carry a specific vibrational frequency. I want you to also remember that your emotions are simply energy and motion. Your emotions are so powerful. So they significantly impact your overall vibration. So get those emotions in check. I also want you to remember tonight is that resonance attracts, right? So when you think about this and you think about whatever it is that you're resonating with, you want to begin to focus on those things that you wish to expand, right? And by doing so, looking at and appreciating those things. And so you practicing that level of gratitude is going to help to what is really going to help you to propel that, right? And the last thing that I really want you to remember is to think about where and how can you raise your vibration. And again, these are things such as gratitude and meditation and affirmations. These things truly can help you to elevate your frequency so that you can manifest whatever vision it is that you have into reality. And then just think about how can you apply this in your day-to-day life, right? So think about, where are your thoughts misaligned? So monitor your thoughts, right? Become aware of those thought patterns. And if you think something negative, then quickly course correct and practice that level of gratitude so that you can shift your focus to the abundance and the prosperity that you already have. Be positive, right? Focus on uplifting your own thoughts, focus in on, seeing things forward and getting to that next level, especially when it comes down to your emotions. And the last thing that I want you to practice every single day is to find joy, right? Find those things that give your soul joy, those activities that can help you to, heal that inner child, whether it's singing or dancing or yoga or whatever it is, drawing and coloring. Find those activities that are going to help you to bring joy. Because when you find your level of happiness, you're able to manifest more because it is you truly tapping into that feeling so that you can manifest whatever it is that your heart's desire. And just remember that by you constantly and consciously and constantly raising your vibration, you're essentially creating a magnetic field that attracts opportunities, that helps you to attract people, that helps you to attract circumstances that are going to help you to align all of your desires so that you can get to your next level, no matter what that next level is for you. And tonight, my people, this is the key to helping you to manifest your visions into reality. One love.